man, Jake Paul announced his opponent today. By the way, my shirt is ripped. I don't know how it's ripped, but I know it's ripped. So Jake Paul announced his next opponent today. Let me just read you what he said. The goal is simple. Build a skill set to become world champion. Next up is a guy who has twice as many professional fights under his belt than I do. Ryan the Rhino Bourland. And just like the animal in his bone-chilling name, he is also endangered. On Saturday, March 2nd, as co-main event to the Puerto Rican GOAT, Amanda Serrano, I'm fighting for experience and to show my love to the island I call home. I'll be donating my entire fight purse to my nonprofit boxing bullies to help renovate gyms across Puerto Rico. Now, who's Ryan Bourland? What's crazy is Ryan Bourland called for this fight in 2021 on his Facebook. Check this out. This is a fight poster he made or whoever made. Check this out. This is what he wrote in 2021. Now, this is a fight I'll come back for. If you want to see the Rhino back in the ring tag Jake Paul, send this to him, post it, let's make it happen. I got another one in me. So, he called for this fight in 2021, and he got this fight in 2024. Now, who's Ryan Bourland? Ryan Bourland is 17-2 as a professional boxer, okay? He's 6 feet tall, he's 35 years old, and he's actually an inactive fighter. He's an inactive boxer. His last match was in 2022. His last match was in 2022, and the one before that was in 2018. So that was a long time ago. But after the 2018 one, he retired from boxing. And I actually watched a couple of his interviews today. He has some interviews, he has some videos, he has some articles. He said that after he retired in 2018, he retired because there's no money in it. He retired to go to North Dakota to work on oil rigs. Now, I know some people that I know one person that works in the oil rigs. They make pretty good money. And in boxing, it doesn't matter if you're professional boxing. It doesn't matter if you're a professional boxer. Like, a lot of them don't make money. If you're not at the top, you're not making money. So this guy, he wasn't making money, so he left boxing. This guy was actually a Golden Glove champion, and he was in the National Junior Olympics. So this guy's been boxing for a long time, and he's been a pro since 2013. Where is it? He's been a pro since 2013. Now, like I said, I watched some interviews. He's a blue collar guy from the comments I've seen on his Facebook and stuff. He's a very hard worker. Now, I know people in the comments. Now, I'm not a Jake Paul fan. Like, I'm not trying to be a Jake Paul defender. I've seen a lot of people in the comments saying, "Oh, look, Jake Paul, you're cherry picking. You're fighting a bum. You're fighting a taxi cab driver. This, that." Look, dog. Obviously, he's cherry picking. He literally says, "I'm fighting for experience. This isn't a big fight." As you guys know, almost every pro boxer, the first, I don't know how many fights, it just depends on when you're ready. You're supposed to fight people, like, you're supposed to fight bums, bro. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful towards Ryan Bourland. I'm not, dog. But let's keep it real. Jake Paul is fighting this guy because he knows for sure he's going to beat him. Just like that Andre August guy. Remember he was fighting the Andre August, the last fight? Oh, he's a professional fighter. He has more knockouts than me. And he's doing the same thing here. He's a professional boxer who has twice as many professional fights under his belt than I do. Jake Paul is a marketer. Obviously, he's cherry picking. I guarantee you this. If you sit down with Jake Paul, homie to homie, if you say, "Hey, dog, listen, tell me the truth, man. Are you cherry picking?" Of course he's going to say, yeah. It's obvious. So when I see people say, "Oh, look, dog, look, bro fighting a part-time Home Depot worker." Yes, he is, bro. He is, bro. This guy has a full-time job. Even in these interviews, he's talking about training and working at the same time, how hard it is, how he has no time. Look, bro, a lot of professional boxers, just because you're a professional boxer doesn't mean you're rich. Just because you're a professional boxer doesn't mean you're good. It doesn't. I used to box, okay? I used to box when I was like 17. I wasn't good or anything, but I love boxing. So I used to box for like 4 years. I boxed at a gym called Wildcard. If you know what Wildcard is, it's one of the best gyms. It's owned by Freddie Roach. If you don't know who Freddie Roach is, he trains Manny Pacquiao. He trained Oscar De La Hoya. He trained Mike Tyson. So while I was boxing at that gym, while I was training at that gym, I met a lot of pros, okay? I met a lot of pros, and I was young, and I was ignorant. So one time, I was shadowboxing with this professional guy. I'm not going to name his name. His record at the time was like 44-5. He had a crazy record, okay? And I was talking to him after training. Okay, I trained with him. He taught me. He gave me some pointers. Whatever. So I was talking to him after, and I was ignorant. So I was like, "Hey, man, it must be cool, right? Being a professional, making all this money and stuff." And this is what he told me. This is back in '07. This is what he told me. You're not making money in boxing unless your name is in the newspaper. What he meant is, unless you're a top fighter, you're not making money. And this is this case. This guy is about to make the most money he's ever made in boxing, ever. In this article, he said like the reason he had a fight offered, he had an offer back then. It was like 10 grand. He's like, dog, after that 10 grand, after paying the trainer, nutrition, training, this, that, there's nothing left. So obviously he's going to quit. These guys get at a point where they're like, bro, I'm 27 years old. I have 12 fights under my belt. Every time I fight, I make $1,000. It's all this hard work. It's not worth it. So yes, is Jake Paul cherry picking? 100%. Do I respect Jake Paul? 100%. Even though he picked this guy because he knows for sure he's going to win. Even though he picked this guy because he knows for sure he's going to win. It's still a little risk. It's still a little risky. He has experience. Okay, he's a tough guy. He has experience. And if Jake Paul loses to this guy, it's over, bro. It's not over, but it just ruins his career. Like, it kills it, bro. It kills it. So Jake Paul picks guys he knows he's going to beat. Look, this is one of the knockouts he had. He got knocked out. Look at this. Who do you know that has a good right hand? Jake Paul, bro. Obviously, he's cherry picking. Now, I don't know how he found this guy. Could it be this fight poster this guy made and everyone tagged Jake Paul in 2021? Maybe. But Jake Paul, in my opinion, and once again, I'm not trying to defend him or anything. I'm not like a Jake Paul fan, dog. I respect him because this isn't easy to do, bro. This isn't easy to do. He has all the money in the world, man, and he's choosing to go the hard route. But this is the route that boxers go. If you go look at your favorite professional boxer, if you like boxing, if you go look at your favorite boxer, if you look at their first 15 fights, pick anyone. Canelo, Devin Haney, Tank, anyone, dog. Mayweather, like if you look at their first 10, 15 fights, it's all against bums. It's to gain experience, it's to gain a name, it's to build your record. Now, Jake Paul doesn't need to gain a name. He's already super famous, but he needs to fight people like this to gain experience, bro. And I guarantee you, he's gonna gain experience. And I guarantee you, this is what I would do if I was Jake Paul. I would keep fighting these guys that are 35 years old, retired, they have experience, but they haven't fought in a few years. I would keep fighting these guys. And in like 2-3 fights, fight Tommy Fury again. And then beat him. Then it's like, oh, do I think Jake Paul's ever going to become a world champion? No, I don't. I'm sorry. And I'm not trying to hate. Do I think he's ever going to become a world champion? No. Do I respect him? And I'm a nobody, dog. I'm just a fan, bro. Do I respect him? 100%, bro. 100% I respect him. Like I said, I used to box a little. I wasn't nobody. I wasn't big. I wasn't good. I was trying. I know how hard it is, bro. I know what these guys go through. Like this guy, Ryan Bourland, if you listen to his interviews, he's like a blue-collar guy. He's actually from California. He's from Northern California. But if you listen to him, it's hard work, bro. They dedicate their life, bro, morning, night, while having a job, making a couple $1,000s. And that's why he quit. But do I think this guy's a really good guy? No, I've seen a couple of his highlights. You know, he's not like very athletic and stuff, but he's probably a gritty fighter, man. Like, you know, he has a lot of fights and he has amateur experience. And I think this is good for Jake Paul, man. And I know, once again, yes, do I think he's cherry picking? Of course he is. If you ask Jake Paul, are you cherry picking? He's going to say, yeah, dog. He's not supposed to go fight Evander Holyfield in his prime, bro. He's supposed to fight people like this. And after like 15 fights, he'll fight someone good. I'm guessing, right? I don't think he's always going to be fighting guys like this. This is just to build experience, as he says. I'm fighting for experience. And he's not even going to make a lot of money. That's why he's giving it away. You know, this fight's not going to make a lot of money. This Ryan Bourland guy is going to get his biggest payday, right? But this is just for experience, man. And I give props to Jake Paul, even though a lot of people are saying, oh, look, it's cherry picked. Yes, it is cherry picked, bro. It is. You know it, I know it, Jake Paul knows it. Ryan Bourland knows it. But it's a good experience for Jake Paul, and I'm glad Ryan Bourland is going to get a good payday. Because watching his interviews, reading articles, these guys go through a lot, bro. Making nothing, absolutely nothing, dedicating their whole life, bro. Boxing is life for these guys, bro. When I used to train at that gym, I used to look at these guys. These guys would live in the gym, bro. Boxing was literally their life. Fighting for nothing, dog. fighting for nothing. So I'm glad this Ryan Bourland guy is going to get paid. Do I think he's going to beat Jake Paul? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think Jake Paul's going to win. But let me know what you think of this in the comments. What do you think of this fight, and who do you think is going to win? Let me know what you think of this in the comments, and it'll mean the world to me if you like and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the noti. Thanks so much for watching.